Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Town Council meeting for Monday, June 5th. If you'll please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Great, thank you. So we're going to move on to public comment. This portion of the meeting is specifically set aside for comments from the public who are asked to limit their comments to 2 minutes. Any person interested in providing public comment should email publicmeetings@rockyhillct.gov, and will be provided with a link to attend the meeting and instructions on how to participate. I would just caution everyone that if you are going to use that particular means of connecting with us, that you want to get your public comments in early afternoon, at least before 4 o'clock, or else we will miss them. Okay. Public comment.
Good evening, everyone. Tom Kosker, 52 Tall Pines Lane. Here tonight, again, just to give a brief update on the work of the Rocky Hill Commission on Inclusion and Innovation. So we met last week, I believe. We had a special meeting to continue our discussion on the public input from the April 26th public meeting that we had. So we continued that discussion, and really we don't have findings or recommendations finalized yet to give you all, but I did want to give a brief update because I think I said I'd do that last time I was here. So we've kind of, those comments and input from the public kind of fell into kind of 3 buckets or 3 areas, and one is around the public interested in having a statement on equity produced by the town. And there was a number of different versions of that, and we're going to, again, we actually have another special meeting set up for next week, I think, to continue our conversation and kind of finalize some recommendations that we'll get to you all in a more formal way. But the statement of equity is one of them. The second one is to kind of look at and review the policies and practices of the town of Rocky Hill in light of equity and inclusion and anti-racism. And the third is a number of comments around an event of sorts, a public show of support for equity and inclusion, some sort of an event, and we have a number of different ideas and things that we've been discussing on that idea, on that notion. So we don't really have anything specific to recommend on that, but we have some thoughts on it that we will get to you. So again, we'll meet next week to kind of put that together in a little more formal way. We are working with a number of partners, community partners, on our work, both here locally and across the state. So I did want to comment on that. And I think I brought this up last time, but we do have a date for our next event that's on the calendar right now, which is September 9th, which is our Walk a Mile in Your Shoes event, our second annual. So mark your calendars for that. It's a Saturday in early September. I think that's it for now.
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you. Anyone else from the public? Joanne? Okay.
Everybody's all set?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I have 3 pieces of correspondence to read. The first one is from Alan Baglia. Complete Streets is an important policy that has been passed by the Planning and Zoning Commission and by the Plan Implementation Committee, PIC. The policy was presented to the Town Council in November 2022 and on May 1st, 2023. The Town Council has an opportunity to support Complete Streets at their June 5th, 2023 meeting. For the avoidance of doubt, I have noted that the CS policy dated October 7th, 2022 was in the town packet for the June 5th meeting, for example, as attached. It was said by the Deputy Mayor that the May 1st meeting packet included, in quotes, only the resolution and the memo, and it was implied that the submission of the actual policy was said to be the cause of the month-long delay. That said, the TC has been in possession of the CS policy for 7 months since November 2022. As a member of the Sustainable Rocky Hill, a supporter of Walk Bike Rocky Hill, and a resident that witnesses lawless motorist behavior in Rocky Hill and throughout the Hartford area, I urge you to take this necessary step in making Rocky Hill safer. Complete Streets is an approach to planning, designing, and building streets that enable safe access for all users, including pedestrians, bicyclists, motorists, and transit riders of all ages and abilities. This approach also emphasizes the needs of those who have experienced systemic underinvestment or those whose needs have not been met through a traditional transportation approach, such as older adults, people living with disabilities, and people who don't have access to vehicles. Thank you for supporting Complete Streets for Rocky Hill. Yours, Alan. Okay. The next one is from Eliza Funterel, 34 Gilbert Ave, Rocky Hill. Hello, I am emailing as a longtime resident of Rocky Hill, as someone who grew up here and now owns a home and plans to start a family here as well. I am emailing in support of the Complete Streets initiative and hope for more walkable access around our town. We live on Gilbert Ave, and when we got our dog in 2019, we realized how tough it is to walk in our neighborhood. We have no sidewalks all along Gilbert Ave, Fern Street, Bayberry, or Tumblebrook. As motorists drive too fast, run stop signs, don't slow down, etc., it becomes a hazard just to bring our pup for a walk. We've been yelled at for our dog walking on people's lawns, almost hit by cars, and more in these past 3 years. If we had sidewalks in our area, it would completely change our daily activity. I believe Rocky Hill is an incredible town and can be made even better by implementing changes that can improve the lives of our pedestrians, cyclists, and more. I wish I could attend Monday's town council meeting, but hoping this email drives enough of my opinion. Thank you in advance for your time. And then the last one is from Derek Kalin at 116 Ridgewood Drive. Dear members of the Town Council, I would like to express my hopes that tonight you will discuss and vote upon the draft Complete Streets resolution that was submitted by the Plan Implementation Committee. In adopting Complete Streets as an organizing principle, Rocky Hill will be joining our neighbors in Glastonbury and Weathersfield in recognizing that streets belong to all users, and that's in capital letters, whether they are pedestrians, car drivers, people with disabilities, bicyclists, or people using public transportation. The approach emphasizes citizen engagement as part of our public planning so that Rocky Hill's infrastructure meets the needs of its residents. As the chair of the Sustainable Rocky Hill Task Force, I can tell you that passing the Complete Streets resolution will earn 10 of the roughly 150 points we will need to obtain silver certification under the Sustainable CT framework. I urge you to discuss and pass the Complete Streets resolution.
Thanks, Joanne.
You're welcome.
All right, moving on to appointments and resignations. Mr. Greenspan.
I'd like to appoint Marty Stiglich to the Central Connecticut Health District for a 3-year term.
Any second?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion?
Just, is that a renewal of the
Yes.
existing term?
All in favor? Aye. Mr. Duff?
No appointments, resignations, Supervisor
Oh,
Caucus.
okay. Thank you. Approval of the minutes, A, Town Council meeting, May 1st, 2023.
Motion to approve the May 1st meeting minutes.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Town Council Budget Workshop, May 2nd, 2023.
Make a motion to approve the budget workshop minutes from May 2nd, 2023.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Town Council Public Hearing, May 15th, 2023.
I'll make a motion to approve the public hearing minutes from May 5th, 2023.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then finally, the Town Council meeting, May 15th, 2023.
I'll make a motion to approve the council meeting minutes of May 5th, 2023.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Moving on to subcommittee reports, Finance.
The Finance Committee meeting for this Thursday has been canceled. Our July meeting for July 13th was canceled, and we have scheduled a special meeting July 6th to cover the reports. Due to conflicts of meeting members, we were unable to hold those two meetings.
Thank you. Government Ops.
Our government operations meeting was canceled for this evening. I believe our next meeting is Monday, July 3rd. Is that correct? Monday, July 3rd for government operations? Yeah. Yeah, I know because of the holiday or anything.
Yes, it is.
Monday, July 3rd.
Yeah, okay, Monday, July 3rd, so next meeting scheduled.
Okay. Public Safety.
was no meeting.
I'm just deferring to someone down there. Bill or Punkage?
There was no meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, the last meeting, the deputy mayor covered the
Okay.
meeting in his comments. Yeah.
So you'll have one in 2 weeks. Great. Senior liaison,
No meeting, no report.
land acquisition and farmland preservation.
Land acquisition, farmland preservation did meet on May 23rd. There were 3 updates provided, first being around the Straska Farm lease update. It was noted that all 3 farmers are cultivating corn, strings, bands, and fed corn. No issues to report, and leases expire on 12/31/2024. The second update focused on the Straska Farm remediation, land preparation for the barn, and essentially the bid package was sent to DECD, and we're awaiting approval. Approximately about 90 days duration for work to be completed after contract is signed. And the last update was around the proposed farm exemption ordinance, where the 3 town farmers raised requests for the town to pass 2 ordinances to assist with some tax relief via state statutes. At this time, the town assessor is preparing a financial impact analysis to present to the next open space and land acquisition subcommittee. Our next meeting is scheduled for June 27th.
Okay. Next, we have liaison to the state representative and the state senator, but Deputy Mayor Sharma is not here, so we'll skip that. School liaison.
Yeah, Madam Mayor, so I just wanted to use this time to give a shout out to Project Lead the Way, who had their engineering solutions presentation night on May 30th, presenting the work of all the students in the engineering curriculum, in the STEM curriculum at the high school. And if you don't know here or at home about the Project Lead the Way, it's a STEM program at the Rocky Hill High School, which prepares students for careers in STEM, engineering, etc. Not just college courses, but beyond, like emphasizing teamwork and skills like that. So it's a great program if your student, your son or daughter are going in high school, like mine is. I would highly encourage you to look at that program. I think it's a tremendously successful program. It's high school. Actually, Rocky Hill High School and the program Project Lead the Way there was one of the 4 programs that were recognized in the state of Connecticut, so, for the year 22 and 23. So it's a highly recognized program, and it will be very helpful if your student at home is pursuing career in STEM to look at that program. So just wanted to give that shout out. And then number 2, I just wanted to make sure that everybody knows about the meeting on June 13th, which is at Moyer School. This is the board's policy committee. If I'm not wrong, I think I'll just check. I think it is the policy committee. And the meeting is about reviewing administrative regulations regarding communications to parents in case of incidents in the school, right? And the reason for this meeting is the incident that occurred in early May with a school bus. There was I think a wheels malfunction, and I think a lot of parents reached out to the mayor, me, and Dr. Zito. I got several emails and texts and stuff, and so Dr. Zito is actually responding to those concerns and how parents were informed in that case, right? And they're trying to look at the policy not just with regards to that incident, but the policy holistically. So if you're concerned about communication from the schools or otherwise, this is an opportunity on June 13th. So this will be after the curriculum committee meeting at 6:30 at the Moyer School. So if you're interested, definitely go out and attend the meeting and put your inputs. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Capital Improvements Committee,
No meeting, no report.
Economic Development Subcommittee.
Also, no meeting, no report.
Okay, moving on to consent agenda, there is none. Going to old business discussion, possible action, American Rescue Plan funding options. Can we get a motion to perhaps move this off the agenda until next year, at least maybe January?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to no longer have on our ongoing agenda the discussion for possible action, American Rescue Plan, ARP funding options.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Just,
Yeah.
what's the final balance, just so it's in our mind, of the remaining funds that we have to expend within, I guess, both the balance and then the timeframe?
So as we're getting ready to close out this year, we had mentioned during the budget review that the current year's budget is allocating the the 1.4 million to be used from the ARPA. I believe that our fiscal year will end positive on the revenue side, and that will allow us to return the 100,000 back to ARPA. That in turn will allow us to do that 1,080,000 as a source of revenue. That would bring our balance to zero for ARPA.
Thank you.
Okay.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Discussion possible action, Complete Streets Policy.
I move that we take the complete street policy matter off the table.
Why?
We tabled it last meeting, so if we want to.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was thinking you were tabling it.
No,
I
no.
apologize.
Taking it off
I
the
gotcha.
table.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Second. Sorry.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Do you want to start?
We're on now.
We're on.
At the last meeting, it was the issue was that the resolution that was provided referenced an Exhibit A, and Exhibit A was not attached. Now we have Exhibit A attached, which is the Complete Streets Policy. That was approved by the Planning and Zoning Commission, and that Kim Ritchie had reviewed with the Town Council last month and several months earlier. So what you have before you is a draft resolution that I'd recommend the Town Council pass.
All right, can I have a motion?
Yeah, Madam Mayor, I would like to make a motion to adopt the Complete Streets Policy as mentioned above.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. Moving on to discussion possible action, affordable housing plan.
Again, similar situation as with Complete Streets. Kim Ritchie had presented, I believe it was last month, to the council, the affordable housing plan that was adopted and approved by the Planning and Zoning Commission. The statutes don't explicitly say the town council must approve, but it does mention the municipal body must approve, a municipality must approve the Complete Streets. So in my mind, that means, in addition to the Planning and Zoning Commission, the town council should approve or needs to approve the affordable housing plan, which is a required document by statute now. The resolution you have before you is drafted mostly coming from that document, the language, and it incorporates the particular language within the affordable housing plan. So I'd recommend the town council vote and pass this resolution.
All right, can I have a motion?
Excuse me.
Yeah, I would like to make a motion to approve the resolution for the aforementioned affordable housing plan.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Just for folks who may not be familiar with their plan, it's in a pretty nice readable document that's online, the town website, if they're wondering what it says. And Ray, could you just sum up the level of effort that went to producing that document?
The commission hired a consultant, Planometrics. months, probably, the actual document was approved in December, the end of December, and the process, I believe, was probably 8 months or so to put that document together. They had various public vision sessions and public sessions getting input. A townwide survey was sent out soliciting comment on the plan, soliciting suggestions, concerns applicable to the plan components. So there was quite a public process that went into this document.
And just as a follow-up, because I know there's always a concern when it comes to matters of housing, this plan and that process you mentioned is a Rocky Hill-specific plan. It's not we're taking something general and broadly applying it. It's kind of tailored to our
This
town.
was all research and data about Rocky Hill, from Rocky Hill, the suggestions from Rocky Hill residents, and also data from data sources specific for Rocky Hill. Demographics, housing counts, the whole 9 yards.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Thank you. Moving on to new business. Do we have any? I don't think so. Okay. All right. It's only 25 after, and we're on the mayor's report. So today we we recognized 2 individuals from Town Hall, Nick and Jamie from the Facilities Department, who were nominated for U Rock Awards by Cindy, who works downstairs. Nick and Jamie, in addition to their full-time facilities duties, they actually help out every single day in the senior lunch, and it's because of them that things run efficiently, and in addition to our volunteers. But Nick and Jamie always go above and beyond, and they were nominated and they were recognized today during the lunch. The Green Team held its 3rd annual Green Expo at the Rocky Hill Congregation Church, and that was a big success. It was they had music and vendors and electric vehicles, very informative. This month is National Gun Violence Awareness Month, so you may notice there are some orange ribbons on the back table, which is symbolic of remembering this important issue. We also, last week when it was #WearOrangeDay, we put out some gold ribbons down at the cafe. There are more of those if anyone wants to wear them. It's a month-long initiative, and it's an important one. Last week, we held our 2nd annual Pride Day, which was a big success. There was food trucks and lots of participants. There was these beautiful goats that were all dressed up, and everyone seemed to have a really good afternoon. We had vendors, and it was great to see folks coming out in the community. I always find it incredibly heartwarming to see the parents who come out with their kids to celebrate, and to be able to provide that venue, especially for our younger folks in the community who do not always feel, that sense of community when they attend events. It's very nice to be able to provide that, and I hope that we're able to do that a little bit more throughout the year. The Elks held a mental health awareness pasta dinner, which was a wonderful turnout, and again, another important issue that is being discussed this month. We had an epic Memorial Day parade. There were so many participants. This year we were actually concerned because we didn't have the parking in the old Ames parking lot, and we were supposed to cut down on the size of the parade, and I think it was actually the biggest parade we've had in Rocky Hill history, and I'm not kidding, and the ceremony on the town green was phenomenal. I just want to thank everyone who participated. I want to thank the vendors. I want to thank the parade committee. We had a lot of veterans there this year. We actually had a number of veterans from the DVA for the first time come, and they rode in Jeeps. It was really cool to see. We had a very moving, solemn day of remembrance, And I want to give a big shout out to Miss Rita Chabra from Parks and Rec, who really is the queen organizer of the Memorial Day Parade. So I think that's about it. Town Manager, you're going to talk about the open house, right? And are you going to talk about the? Yeah.
You may if you like.
I don't know what I did with mine, with the date. Oh, let me see. Oh, thank you. Okay, so on Saturday, from 9 to 11 a.m., the Rocky Hill Fire Department is having an open house. It's going to be super, super cool because they're doing live demonstrations. They're going to have a car fire. You'll see the Jaws of Life, the drone flying, roof cutting, Learn Not to Burn trailer. It's also an opportunity to recruit new volunteers for our department. So please spread the word if you know anyone who's interested in learning more about becoming a Rocky Hill firefighter. But also for the kiddos or any adults who want to come out. My son and I went during the winter, and we used the Jaws of Life, and it's absolutely the coolest thing to cut a car open, and it really takes only seconds. I actually have a couple more things to tell you. The Rocky Hill High School has its annual awards program, which will be June 6th at 7 p.m., and all of you are invited to attend that. And, Saturday, September 30th, from 12 to 6, there will be the first La Festa Italiana Americana that will be held in Elm Ridge Park. There's going to be live Italian music, dancers, and food and drinks, car shows, exotic Italian cars, and proceeds will benefit the Connecticut Food Share, and then an organization that Gino Ariema runs, as well as scholarships for a number of smaller local Italian organizations that will be involved. And now I think I'm officially done.
My turn, Town Manager's report. I'm going to try to compete with the mayor's length. First up, a little update on the DEEP SMM grant. As of, and still, it's still current, we have not heard back from DEEP yet. We had modified the original application, sent it off to DEEP for review on May 12th, and their grant team is still reviewing. So that's the only word we've received so far. Trash collection policy. This was included in the budget. It was a budget item. We're reviewing the current collection services for the 2023-24 fiscal year. Currently, we provide automated residential curbside trash collection for single-family up to including 3 units, multifamily dwellings. All other properties, including commercial and multifamily properties, they're required to secure their own trash contractor for solid waste and recycling. We've been providing that service for many of those condominium developments for no charge. We're looking at sending out notices in early July to owners of at least 26 associations who have been receiving this service for no charge from the town. We're looking to maybe phase this process in so it's not a big hit over time. So I'll be working with the Finance Director of Operations and the Highway Superintendent on this particular process, and we'll keep you updated. A quick update on the Vessel affordable housing development that you may have you recall from Main Street. That project was denied. They've submitted a new application over on Henkel Way in the Corporate Ridge Office Park for 96 apartments, 1 and 2 bedroom units at the affordable range of approximately $1,000 to $1,350 per month. Deed restricted. Planning and zoning will be scheduling a public hearing probably for July 26th at this point. It's a larger development, probably in a more suitable location as far as the design goes. Just a quick shout out, I guess, that you can call it, to Community Development Services, Steve Sopelak, and Highway Superintendent Joe Lentini for addressing an issue on Lake Street presented to them by a resident regarding safety, lighting, guardrail. A guardrail and lighting were provided for this particular location, and I believe the resident is very, very happy that we reacted quickly and efficiently. And congratulations goes out to Lieutenant Eric Gusfeld. He's been appointed to represent Rocky Hill and Kerma's statewide law enforcement advisory committee. I attended a field trip. I've had a field trip since elementary school, but I enjoyed this one nonetheless. May 22nd with Mona McKim, Superintendent of Highways Joe Lentini, Peter Lombardo, the owner of Trashaway, our hauler, and toured the Quantum Biopower facility in Southington, and just to get an idea of how they do this, what they do, and just to discuss what we're looking to do and how that fits in with their process and their program. Very educational, and there are no issues, with us if we decide to go with them, for them to take care of our needs. I'd like to recognize again another two members of our staff for the expedient and skillful actions of Dennis Pava and Steve Parent in our facilities department for correcting a nuisance of lighting at Ferry Park. There were two floodlights, I imagine, that were directly pointed at this individual's window at night, and they provided photos, and it was pretty terrible. So that was addressed very, very quickly by the two. I just want to recognize them for doing a job well done and very, very quickly. Well, I'm doing a lot of good. I won't do any more until next month, but another congratulations to Assistant Town Clerk Samuel Keeler for becoming certified as a certified municipal clerk. She passed her exams in her education, and she was very proud of being now a certified clerk. Hopefully, she stays with us and doesn't go off to another community. Just a reminder, June is Alzheimer's Month. I think in your package you have a flyer from Central Connecticut State University asking municipalities to ask at least their staff and the citizens to wear purple on June 21st. Purple is Alzheimer's Month color. And Human Services, Parks and Rec, and our senior director will be scheduling activities and events for the month. Another congratulations to Lindsay Delegan. She is retiring. No, she is not retiring. She is moving on. She's been a reference librarian for 8 years. She's moving on to be the library director for the town of Lebanon. Her last day is tomorrow or Wednesday. So just congratulations to Lindsay. Engineering night, not to mention that I attended my first engineering night. I was amazed at the dedication and the skill of these kids and the projects they have performed. It was just it was a trip, really. It was unbelievable. The CAD drawings, the effort they put into this. And I just thought, that the skill that was displayed is just a testament to the quality of education we have here in Rocky Hill. Fantastic. I have to add a few more things. So I think I might have won this particular battle with the mayor. Well, actually, no, the Rocky Hill Fire Department was taken care of. I do have an update from Mary Hogan. She just wanted to give me a brief update on the mini golf tournament that was held. I'll read the update from her. I am pleased to report on the recent success of the Friends of the Public Library's mini golf fundraiser, sponsored by the Friends of the Library. This exciting event received an overwhelming amount of community support and proved to be a delightful experience for all who attended. The event was met with enthusiastic participation, drawing on both young and old, families and individuals alike. Many thanks to everyone involved, from the hardworking volunteers who meticulously organized the event to the community members who showed up to enjoy mini golf. Thank you. And just a point of regarding the next meeting that we have on our agenda. It's scheduled for June 19th. That was brought to our attention. That is Juneteenth, federal holiday, Juneteenth Day. So we're looking to move that next meeting to Tuesday, the 20th. And I'm also looking to designate Juneteenth an official municipal holiday and looking to close Town Hall in celebration of Juneteenth on Monday, the 19th.
Good deal. All right. Now we're going to go to executive session.
Madam Mayor, can I just pose one follow-up question to the town manager on one item?
Yeah,
Before we break?
of course.
Thank you. Ray, with respect to the vessel application on Henkel Way, so we have the denial of their application on the for the parcel on South Highway, and that was at the wetlands level. Now, are they still pursuing an appeal on that, or have they? Is it your sense that they're moving on and doing Henkel instead, or pursuing both, or what?
Actually, the appeal was also on Planning and Zoning Commission, too.
Oh, okay, it was both.
And they're both pursuing both appeals at this point in time, at the same time while they apply for a new application on a different piece of property. So
Okay.
they're, you can't mingle the two.
Okay, thank you.
So with that, I'd like to make a motion to move into executive session. Item A, discussion with town legal counsel regarding draft of executive level performance appraisal and process memorandum pursuant to section 1-210B1.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Your button pusher.